So, this is the demo as you can currently play it, and all its buggy glory. And I mean buggy glory because, while it's fun, there are problems. Now, I have a little Meep is a spacebat little writing thing there, as kind of a no, you don't want to, yeah, is basically my watermark for the game. I'm going to be removing that for the next one. I'll probably put a different sort of watermark in the bottom right-hand corner or something. So, right now I'm just kind of chilling and, taking out the rocks. I've got a little bit of criticism that the rocks should not take nearly as much damage. And that, okay, well, alright. That can be a thing, that can be arranged. That's just adjusting a couple numbers. Me personally, I've also gotten compliments that the rocks take a little bit of time to damage, so that way you can get used to your weapon. Here we have the pirate doing its pirate thing, going up and down, shooting at you. And I think that works out pretty good so far. But, yeah. You have the dagger, and you see the dagger does way more damage than it really should. Flamethrower, we're thinking about increasing the damage on. I've also been debating about putting some numbers in. To more than just the life bar. Something to let people know, hey, yeah. Also, something like the word score and lives. Implementing that. So, as you can see here, the swabby is doing its swabby thing. One of the next things we're definitely going to be implementing is, at least we're going to be trying our best to, is a bit of a spawn mechanic due to something which a couple of us just learned. Because in the initial game, which you're playing right now, you have all the enemies and they're all set up, and they don't really do anything until the player gets close. Well, the problem is that the player can move on and just kind of coast through. Well, I've debated about, giving the challenge of the concept of a pacifist sort of run due to the popularity of games like Cuphead, which you see me play on Tuesday, and you've seen how difficult pacifist runs can be for them, and also, of course, Undertale has a pacifist way of winning the game. There was also space shooters before it, like on the Sony network, back in when the PlayStation 3 was the new console for the people who, follow Sony. But there was a game called Space Shooter for $2, and in that game, there was a challenge that you could do that would get you some cool points and an achievement. It basically stated, beat the level where you only kill the boss, and everything else you don't get hit by, you just ignore it. Okay? That seems fair and alright. But I'm not sure if a pacifist option for a game where you are justifiably going after an entire military force that has taken all your food from you and your friend and loved ones, so, you're going after this huge opposing evil military, I'm not sure that a pacifist run is necessarily a thing I want for the game. So, I mean, the concept for the new way we'd probably try and do things in the next demo, at least we're going to try, is we're going to make it to where you can't progress until you take on each section. So each section of the level, there will be a spawn. Enemies will spawn. You take out the enemies, then you move forward. And this concept's pretty old, but it's good nonetheless. But yeah. So there you go. I mean, like I said, that's a change. Another change we've been thinking about is making Meep smaller. And this would mean making the swabby smaller and, other such things. Why have we been thinking about this again? Well, the reason we were given is that, it will allow us to put more enemies on the screen. Okay. Do we need more enemies on the screen? I mean, me personally, I think that, we got a decent chunk of enemies on the screen already, and, still a bit of a challenge. Yeah. Sorry there, folks. Just a little bit tired. Wanted to get this announcement done a while ago, but just wasn't happening due to sound and stuff. Anyways, so the main thing here, as you can clearly see, right now we're in shop. Definitely, like I said, some of the sparks are just kind of placeholders, but a lot of the sparks, probably gonna stick around. All the effects. So now we're out of the shop. We're back here. So we're in a level 2, and we have a fully powered up weapon. I'm using the party rocket, as that is my fave. I love to party rocket all night. That's a difficult thing about achievement names. We thought about that as an achievement name, Party Rocket All Night. And the problem is that it refers to something which I'm not sure by the time we get the game out in official achievement state that's going to be as funny anymore. There you have the the blue fire waves coming from the swabbies, and yeah. Another thing I've been thinking about introducing is ammo, but I'm not sure about that. I mean, I kind of like the whole ability to switch to whatever weapon you wish, without having to worry about ammo, and just worrying about basically the weapon cooldown. But not sure. Again, this is stuff I'll probably be asking about in the future. For right now, simply know that we've been basically working and doing testing and stuff, trying to figure out what we want to do. We also are kind of testing hitboxes, things like that. And one of the things that I know for a fact personally I have been doing is mapping out the new tutorial that I'm going to be implementing probably in around like a month and a half, because it's going to take a while to fully make the tutorial a thing. But once it is implemented, I think that it will be helpful. We're also going to have a screen that's going to tell you, I love this, the row of swabbies. There's so many ways to take out the row of swabbies. And it also teaches you, sometimes to get through and push through and stuff like that. So I think it's that was always a fun one. I always felt very empowering. Then you got this toxic slime. This is another example of the spawn thing. Now I could just hammer the attack button with the party rocket here, but it's just so much easier for me to switch the flamethrower and take out the portal directly. See, we go right down there, and with the amount of points that we're scoring with the flamethrower, we can easily rip apart the toxic portal. The flamethrower is very good at dealing with stuff like the portal. It's exceptional at getting up close and personal and attacking directly above and below you when you can't do that normally. You can fire to the right while rising up, but you have to be moving at an angle. I think I get killed. Yeah. Also, I've noticed that sometimes when you die, you lose 2 lives instead of 1, and that's not cool. So, probably going to be adjusting that and fixing that up. So as you can see, we're going to be doing probably a decent chunk of edits, change-ups to improve gameplay. Initially, the reason we didn't shrink Meep down was because we didn't want to lose the graphical details and stuff on Meep, but my newer artist has assured me that that actually might not be as much a problem as we once thought. And this, of course, is the Echo rocket, which is supposed to help you score bonus points, as well as basically being kind of a broken rocket that doesn't fire in a straight line and kind of bobs up and down. Also, we got to make sure that when you go into the shop over there, it'll actually show up in a proper location. And here's the final boss of the demo, the toxic swabby from the original demo has come back with a vengeance to once again spread toxicity, horror, and poison as it unleashes its own version of your cheap-ass triple shot. And you can see it's very, very good at it. Yeah. This is kind of a hard fight. And while I have heard reports of some people telling me, oh yeah, you can take the thing down like, nobody's business, and it's easy. The fact that I'm the developer, and I sometimes even have issues killing this thing, this kind of shows basically I might need to give him a slight nerf. Maybe yes, maybe no. I'm not quite sure. It's all dependent on some things. But honestly, it would help if I didn't get myself caught up like that. one going up and down. Alright, yep. Party rocket all night. Alright, we almost got him down to like half health. So just in the, let's see, that's what I get for trying to cheap shot off screen. Admittedly, I am testing to see if I can do that, but I can't, and I'm down to 0 hit points, and now I'm back at the beginning of the game. So I'm thinking that probably going to have you show up in the shopkeep, and probably going to introduce a bit of a save engine, if we can pull that off, so that way you can save your game. Another thing we're definitely going to be working on is possibly an options for your sound. And that's about it. So, yeah, that's a lot of the stuff. That's the stuff we found. And if there's other things, other issues, questions, comments, things you have, comment in the section below. Okay? I cannot read your mind. So you need to comment in the section below. Okay? All right. Thanks. I'll answer any questions that are put there, and I will read every single comment. So try not to waste either of our times. Do give me feedback, otherwise I can't make the game better. It's just that simple. All right. Thank you very much. That's what we've been doing, and that's what we've been thinking about. I hope you have a great evening. This is Harry Thompson, the voice of Misunderstood Creature Entertainment.